Hey there, Jimmy Dillon. In my studio, it's not a sauna, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually a knotty pine room. It feels like the inside of a guitar around here. But I wanted to talk a little bit about muting strings today, dampening, like this is such an important part of any kind of style of music. And what I do is I take the palm of my right hand and I lay it across here. And generally it happens a lot on the lower strings, but it could happen higher strings too. But what it does is you'll check out the difference between if I play just a regular unmuted with no dampening at all in the strings, it sounds something like this. Which is fine, it sounds cool. But I've noticed if you're doing a song that has some dynamics to it, where possibly the verse, might want to come down or just you want to change up the tone, muting is really handy. So watch the difference between this. Now I'll mute it. Now the thing about muting is, you could do a very sort of discrete mute where you're not doing a lot of heavily muted stuff. Or you can mute to the point where you don't even know what note it is, right? It's just hard to even tell. When I mute it, super mute it, I hear it, but that's hunkering down pretty hard on it. And it's all done with this hand, pretty much. I always say the right hand is just, that's the rhythm machine, right? And you want to be able to mix it up tone-wise, whether you're going from the bridge to the more mellow sound or finger picking or brushing it with your thumb, whatever. These are all things that I think play into the 4 T's I talk about: touch, tone, time, and taste. There's much more than that, but I think those 4 are pretty important. I also heard the other day, somebody told me space is a place. I think it was a producer or something. And it's true, leaving that space is important. But that speaks also to muting. So I'm going to play a little blues thing, and then we'll go back and I'll show you what I did. But suffice it to say, it's mainly my right hand that gets that sound of I'm actually there. I'm muting it heavily. You could also mute it a little less. Let it ring out a little. Or say hi. That's a cool, you can do it with your left hand too. But I usually do it with my right hand, and especially if I'm not using a pick, something like Honky Tonk Women. Or you may hear rhythmically, like in, I do a song called Mona Lisa that I wrote. It goes. Well, I'll do a rhythm that has like a. It's that quieting of the strings that adds a certain dynamic. So going back to this blues thing we were doing earlier, I'll play through a little blues and you'll hear what I mean. And also you'll hear where the dynamics can change, like a goes in the backyard, only goes at night. Well, there are trees of babe, leaves are afraid of light. They say them blues is just a bad dream. Say that it lives inside your head. Notice I didn't mute that. When it's lonely in the morning, I'm letting it ring. Nobody wish it would lie dead. And then I want to hunker down for a verse. Winds out on the ocean, blowing just like the choose. Them ones ain't got no motion, babe. They don't know the blues. Say them blues is just a bad dream. They say that it lives inside your head. And I'll make it bigger here. When it's lonely and I'm back to muting. Go back. taste of steamroll blues, and so on. So I just wanted to show you guys that, because I don't know that there's that many tutorials out there that deal with that. There probably are. Just about everything you need is on YouTube these days. But for my personal taste, and it is a matter of personal taste, how you choose to do this kind of stuff, I find the muting thing to be extremely valuable. And if you go to jimmydillon.com, you'll see some lessons that deal with this. More than one of them actually talks about muting with regard to slide guitar. It's a whole different conversation, but it's important, because I'll tell you, when you're playing slide guitar, especially in electric, if you don't have your muting together, the thing will get away from you like crazy. It really does. And you'll find out if you ever play slide, if you like slide, you'll know how important that is. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of do a general informational lesson about the importance of muting, whether it's, again, whether it's with a pick, like I'm doing now. I'm kind of getting down on it, you know. It's pretty effective. So you can back and forth to muting and opening, and get into a big chorus maybe, you know. You got to hunker down tight, right? And then you might open up here. You might get into a big chorus and open it all up. And then you come back to a verse, you know, do a little turnaround. And then you come back to a verse. Well, I'm a cement mixer, baby. Gonna roll all over you. I'm a cement mixer for you, darling. Bound to roll all over you. I'm gonna inject your soul with some sweet rock and roll and fill you to the rhythm and blues. Can I hear an oh yeah? Oh yeah. All right. Man, I'm having so much fun doing these lessons. I wake up each day and I think, what do I want to pass on to my pals out there in the, you know, in the guitar land? And I never actually know what I'm going to teach until I actually get up here in the studio. And I'm looking up at a picture of John Lee Hooker right now that he signed for me. And sometimes that gives me inspiration. But you know what really inspires me, honestly, is you guys when you send comments. A lot of times, sometimes you'll correct me and you're absolutely right. I goof up all the time. I'm a boomer. What can I tell you? my partner Jason's like, dude, it's a D string, not a G string. Get it straight. I'm like, ruh-roh, okay. But you know, that's part of the magic of music. We stub our toes now and again, but it's okay. It's not supposed to be perfect, really. So I hope you enjoyed that little lesson. And as much as I did teaching it, I'll talk to you down the road. Bye.